Greetings, my friends. It's Courtney. Hey. Well, it's the start of a new day. Good morning. And I am sitting with my granny squares. I have made, feels like quite a many. I think it's about 22. We can count them real quick and see. Let's do that before I even finish the intro. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And in this stack, I have 19, 20, 22. Yes, friends. So I feel like I have completed so many granny squares. I have only completed about 22, and I say only about 22 because I kind of had in my mind to make like this jacket thing. And I watched a video by another creator, and she is like a little bit smaller than I am. I'm gonna assume she's probably like high school age also. So she mentioned having had made 28 granny squares for her jacket that she made. And I've got 22 right now, and I'm kind of tired of making granny squares. So might we turn this into a fun summer vest? Let's give it a shot. I want to talk to you about my inspiration for this. I was on a walk, and sometimes the ideas I get while I'm on a walk might not be the best. I had this idea of a jacket in this kind of teal colorway, which since then I've made all these granny squares. So, you know, part one of that idea complete. And had like lots of things on it. I pictured maybe like a seagull on the shoulder, you know, just really wild and really unhinged. Now, of all of these thoughts, I think a good one that may stick is maybe sewing snaps onto the bottom of some of the emotional support shrimps, a pattern by Beans Crafty, and then like another little snap on the jacket or the vest, so like I can wear the emotional support shrimps on the vest. Think it might be a good one. Think it might be kind of good. And also I do still have, if you've been watching this channel for a while, like I was talking about like patterns that I was purchasing over spring. I wasn't able to purchase all the patterns that I had my eyes on, but one that I did purchase was this applique pack from like a Kate's Crochet makes. I'm gonna link it down below, and I'm probably butchering the name. I'm probably not remembering it correctly, and maybe it'll be in like big text right now on the screen. Basically an applique pattern pack. It features lots of cool, fun little animals. So I thought we could also have some fun sewing some little appliques from that pattern pack onto our wearable. As we see here, I have 12 granny squares all laid out. What I'm gonna do is make 2 more granny squares so that I can have 12 for the back side as well. And then I'll look at maybe joining these guys together. I'll decide if I want to add some sleeves, in which case I would probably have to make more granny squares. And as of right now, I think I'm going to do a cardigan with an open front. So I'll also be making a button band too in that scenario. But let me just get going with making these other granny squares, and then we will see what we're going to do with the rest of this project. I just finished 2 more squares. Everyone, so time for a quick update. I am working on making 8 more squares because 3 squares length is not going to be long enough. Also, I realized that one thing I need to figure out is how to join the granny squares, and I was thinking about like the particular stitch that I'd use, so I was planning to look that up, but then I remembered that I'm probably gonna need to look up like a map or like a diagram too to show like the order to join the squares in, because I was just thinking of like waffles for some reason, like, and the lines across I don't think is going to look cute because there's going to be this intersecting line in each of the corners, and I know that's not the easiest way to do it. Like there's a better way, so I'm going to look that up to find the right way that will look super cute. You can disregard what I just said because I am definitely looking up pictures and things online, and I'm seeing even in people's tutorials there's also that intersection, so maybe that's okay. Maybe the waffle way is okay. I feel like I know that I've seen people do it a different way before, and I just can't remember exactly how. It feels like a maze. Hello friends, I finished the 8 additional granny squares that I wanted to make. Let me show them to you. Proof that I did it. Not that that should be something you need. Anyways, I think that I am going to make some more granny squares for the sleeves because this morning I really didn't feel like it, but now that I'm back into granny squares, I'm kind of back in it. Let's get on with it and make some granny squares for the sleeves. Hey everyone, so it's the end of the day. I'm working on joining my little squares right now, and for the sleeves, I just made 6. Figure we'll do like short sleeves. It's getting late and I'm definitely kind of tired, but I wanted to show you that I finished the first panel. I think it looks pretty great. The one thing that I'm thinking about is that as far as blocking, I've been like pooling on the squares just without any water or anything to kind of get them all the same shape. But, you know, as I join them, it's like almost like they kind of bounce back out of shape because they haven't really made any contact with water yet. I feel like they're not really going to retain that like new shape. But I don't know what to do because I know with acrylic, you can't like wet block it. I've heard people say you are able to like spray block it though. So that might be the thing to do is invest in a plastic spray bottle and just spray it with some water once I've got all the squares joined and just kind of let it do its thing. Hey everyone, I've finished my second panel. It is the next day, so the last clip was yesterday. It's about 11:20 in the morning and I finished my joining. So now I'm going to move on to joining the squares for the back panel. And I did hold the first panel up to my body yesterday, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a cropped fit. And I think that that will be just as well. My husband pointed out, he was like, well, you could add on another granny square to the bottom. And I was like, I know I could do that. Thanks. But, yeah, no, I think this is going to be the right size. I think a little cropped granny square cardigan is going to be perfect for just throwing on like over like something that, you know, you want to throw on a little something over. Just joined the shoulder seams. I have the back panel now complete and I'm ready to move on to joining those 6 squares that I made into 2 little sleeves and then adding them on to the sides. I finished the cardigan, like the cardigan part. My friends, it is the next day and I am continuing to work on my cardigan. I added a band of simply single crochet with some chains to make some buttonholes, and I liked the finish that the single crochet added so much that I used it around the bottom hem as well. Now what I'm going to do is add that same single crochet finish to the sleeves, like the bottom edge of the sleeves. And I added that single crochet border to my first sleeve. I just finished adding the single crochet border to my second sleeve. So now what we're going to do is make some little applique guys to put on this cardigan. First, I added these cute flower buttons. I got them at Hobby Lobby the first time I went, probably over a year ago. I decided to add one more button. Hey everybody, it is 7:30, so it's 7:30 at night. It's kind of late in the day. It's a little bit like later than maybe I wanted to finish this sweater, but that's fine. I've got my cardigan all done. I've got the little lemur stitched on. Let me show you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!